ladies, Sharon's here. So glad you could join me today. Tell you what I've got for you today, girlfriends. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the makeup mistakes that we make that make us look a lot older than we are. I mean, we can use great skincare, we can buy the best makeup in the world, but sometimes it's the way we use it or the kind that we're purchasing that makes us look a lot older. Remember, we're mature ladies. We can't go out and always wear what the young girls are wearing. It'll be way too much for us. You know the old saying, less is best, and some things, yes, less is best. So I wanted to go down the list and I want to talk to you a little bit about it. So I made some notes here. There's about 10 mistakes that I think we need to chat about. The first one is too much foundation. A foundation that is way too thick is going to make, it's going to fall into our lines, okay, and our creases and our wrinkles, and it's going to show, and it's going to make us look really old, and it's going to make us look drier than we are too. So we need to really watch the type of foundation we're wearing. In my opinion, the foundation is probably the most important part of makeup that we could ever think about. If we are going to change anything to help us look younger, dewier, fresher, it's got to be the foundation. So you need to be really careful about that. I really like Chanel Vita Lumiere, as you well know. I like Dior Total Capture Total. I do think Armani puts out some of the most gorgeous foundation ever. And there's Laura Mercier puts out one that's really nice. So if you want to know about foundations, I'll put a link below of the different favorite foundations that I personally recommend. You can go see that video. But it's got to start with the right foundation. And be sure and apply it properly. Don't just put layers and layers on. Just enough to cover and start from the inside of your face and work out with your foundation. Don't just start putting it on here and blobbing it everywhere. Start here and, you know, stipple it out with your beauty blender or your artiste brush or any type of sponge, whatever you've got, okay? Work from the inside out. It's not going to be as thick and heavy, and be sure and make sure that your makeup is taken down the neck so you don't have a line of demarcation there. That looks really tacky and makes us look like we don't know what we're doing. And number 2 mistake is over concealing your under circles and your bags. Oh my gosh. If there's anyone that's got a PhD in wrinkles and garbage under the eyes, it's me. That is my killer area. I've tried every concealer on the market. I've tried $70 Clé de Peau concealer, and it was thick and miserable, and it was pulling and tugging. I couldn't even get it on there. I'd warm up the product with my fingers and tap. That didn't work. I've tried drugstore concealers. That didn't work. I've tried Dior Skin Flash. That was better, but as I got a couple of years older, that didn't work anymore for me. Now, I will say 2 concealers that I swear by. The first one, and is my very favorite today, is the Tarte Shape Tape. That has been heaven. That is working really good for me. I'm not too sure I'm going to keep setting it with my By Terry powder, even though it's supposed to be a blurring powder. It's still just a little bit maybe too cakey. The next one that I also swear by is Urban Decay Naked Weightless Concealer. Those are the best. Try to stick with that. If you're going in for, you know, any drugstore concealer, there are maybe a couple. I'm not that familiar with drugstore concealers. The Rewind one, you know, that has the sponge on top. I've got that. I used to use that years back. That was pretty good. The other one was a Neutrogena skin brightening eye perfector. That was kind of nice. So try that. Really watch your concealer though. And the thing about it is, before you put on concealer and you already have your makeup on, be sure and take your ring fingers and just go in there, blot like that, and kind of warm up the foundation you already have on so it's not settling in the wrinkles, and you're working with a fine canvas first. Then after you put the concealer on, give it a minute and go back and do the same thing like this. Okay, use your ring fingers to warm it up so it doesn't settle in the lines and leave everything a big damn mess. The next thing, if you have all that done and you look pretty good and you're walking outside, you're in your car, you're looking in your mirror and you say, oh my God, my under eyes look like dog squat. Then take the little rollerball trick that I showed you with a little jojoba oil in it and just run it underneath your eye and just kind of blot. That gets rid of everything. And we can thank Elle for that little tip. Thank you very much. Thanks, Elle. Alright, mistake number 3. Wearing dark lip colors. Ladies, ladies, ladies. I know that's the trend and I think they're beautiful too. And I go reds, but I try not to go any dark berries or other dark colors. Even though I have full lips, which means they're youthful looking lips, you can wear that and get away with it. But I find when I put on any kind of a berry or a real dark berry, almost a black looking lipstick, a vampire look, or dark blood red, it ages me. It makes me look older. In my 60s, I don't want to look older. I want to look a little more youthful and fresher and healthier. So try to stay away from those uber dark colors. Even if you use a lip liner pencil, it's good to pencil in your whole lip and just take a lipstick brush and rub it all over and then put on a little gloss and you're good to go. It gives a softer look. I love the nudes, but don't get into the brown nudes. Older women really looked aged with the brown, any kind of brown or gray tones to our lips. Oh, it ages us. Looks great around our eyes now, okay, but not to lips. Okay, number 4 mistake. Finishing with powder. Oh my God. Disaster for older skin. When you use a finished powder, I don't care if you're buffing it in, what you're doing, it's all going to settle, and after a while, your face is going to look terrible. And I'm talking about 50 up. Be careful. Be careful. It's better to blot it just into your T-zone. Just blot. Just like that with your brush. Okay? And some fine powder like Laura Mercier Translucent, the By Terry, you know, non-blur translucent powder, something like that. In the RCMA, anything is going to be better. But do not just powder all over your face. The young girls can do that. We cannot. It will age us severely. Okay, number 5th mistake, wearing black eyeliner. Now, I will be the first one to tell you I love black eyeliner, you know, I love it everywhere. Upwards, downwards, inside out. But I can't wear that anymore. So I get a dark chocolate. Or get that too, okay? Chocolate brown. It's better to go a gray or it's better to go a brown eyeliner. Both, you know, in your waterline and everything. Try not to go black. It's going to be severe looking and make you look a lot older. Don't you guys remember, listen, I'm a little gal back from the 60s, okay? Can I tell you something? We used to wear all that makeup and the big bow lips and the black eyeliner and the false eyelash and everything back then to look older. I mean, we used to have to try to get in the clubs, you know, and the only way we could look 21 is by the kind of makeup that we used. And black eyeliner was some of it, let me tell you. Man, you talk about wings. Honey, we had it going on. We created the hot wings. It was all black. we can no longer wear harsh black eyeliners without it making us look a little harsh. So I'd say go to something like a gray or a chocolate brown. And of course, smudging all the time works every time. Try that. The next mistake is going overboard with a lip liner. And oh boy, hey, I've done it too, girls. You're not the only one, okay? We need to try to find a lip liner that matches the lipstick. A lot of people will tell you find a lip liner that matches your own skin tone. But then you still have the lips over exceeding and they can have the crooked lines and still bleed. So let's try to match your lipstick with your lip liner. It'll come out much better, or come as close as you can. I mean, that's why they make them, right? You know, to go with the lipstick. So go ahead and try that. That's going to help. Your lipstick, you know, won't bleed then, and it'll look, you know, smooth and natural, like you just don't have a dark line and, you know, a pink lipstick in there. That was great in the 60s, but it's not so good now. All right, the next one, number 7. Using liner and mascara on lower lashes. Okay. I never believed this until I turned 55, which has been some time ago, by the way, because, you know, I'm 68 right now. All right, so what happens is, as you start using a darker mascara, and I do believe in black mascara, make no mistakes, but when you start using them on the bottom line, and you're out in the sun or you're in front of a camera, you're showing a dark shadow under your eyes, which draws attention to all your lines and your bags. It forms a dark shadow. The best thing to do that I have found is 2 things. I love Lash Discovery, and I think it's by Maybelline or something. You can get it at the drugstore. That's great. Kind of has a gray cast to it. And use the mascara on your bottom lashes. And I love that because it's a real thin little wand and it just creates just the amount of color. Or you can do like I do and have your lashes dyed at the salon. And if you're on a budget, go to a beauty school. They'll do it for like $2 or something, and they know what they're doing. The beauty school, and have your bottom lashes dyed, you know, black. And that way, it'll, you know, with washing your face and everything, they're going to come out darker and just not as harsh. And you won't have to put anything on your lower lashes, and it won't cast the shadow. Okay? Let's try that. Okay, the next one. Number 8 mistake, my ladies, is skipping blush. OMG. I saw some older ladies the other day doing some videos, and they weren't wearing blush, but they were putting bronze all up in here, and then they were still contouring. So the brown made them look kind of ruddy. As a matter of fact, they looked like they had aged by 15 years. And I don't know what happened or why they were doing what they were doing, but they needed to stop. You have to use blush. And this year, the big trend is a lot of blush. I can tell you that. And double blushing. And I think you all saw the video I did about the draping. Blush is huge, and it's to replace the contouring this year, especially for us older gals. Okay, number 9 mistake, my ladies, is applying lipstick straight from the tube. I use a lipstick brush. I love a lipstick brush. It makes it smoother, and I don't know what it is, but it does have a different effect on your lips when you use the brush. It's like it stays in the line of the liner as you go around. It's smooth, it's even, it's not cakey. It's just, it looks creamier. I like it a lot better. 10 times better. Use a brush, my ladies. You can pick those up at any cosmetic counter. You can even get a lipstick brush at your drugstore. Try it. You'll love it. All right. The next one, and this is our last one, my ladies, is choosing a too dark eye pencil. Oh, please. I can kind of tell you about that, too. When I had my eyebrows tattooed, I had them done twice because the first one was it was a horror story, and the second one ended up being a double horror story. The first one, it turned out kind of had a red tone to it. The second one I went to used too dark. So without my eye pencil on it, and I wear Taupe by Chanel, my eyebrows, and you all notice this if you've seen any of my videos where I'm not wearing my makeup, they look real dark, then they're ugly. The darker they are, the harsher you look. Tone the eyebrow color down. Your eyebrows are supposed to be a shade to 2 shades lighter than your hair even. So tone it down. Makes you look much more youthful. And make them a little thicker looking. Now this year the thicker eyebrows are totally in. I'm going to have to be working on that. I think I'm going to go ahead and have mine microbladed. I think I'll avoid a severe tattoo and just have some microblading. I'm going to see if they can do that over the old tattooing that I've got left. Gosh, something's got to work, right? I mean, we got to stay young and beautiful, ladies. We just do. So these are the mistakes that we all seem to be making right now that's making us look older. So we're going to stop doing that. We're going to turn over a whole new leaf. It's a whole new year, and we just have to be superstars, okay? All right, my ladies, that's all I have for you today. I love each and every one of you, and to all of my new subbies, hello out there. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you so much, and thank you for supporting my channel, and keep it coming. Can't wait to know you better, honey. All right, my ladies, I want you to stay sassy, classy, and confident, and give me a big thumbs up on this video, and I'll see you next week.